Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go! Do you have absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for?
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card and selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the Unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you will all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more. Let's hear from Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes.
Do you think that worked?
I don't know if that works.
I don't know, but I think so. Happy Y Wednesday. Thank all of you for being here. I'm here with my amazing co-host, my boss, Bella Verita. We're ready to rock. And Gina's back.
Gina is back.
Gina, you may have been levitating somewhere in the Midwest. Is Texas the Midwest?
Texas is definitely not the Midwest. That is the South.
That is the South? Yeah.
Texas
so we have debates
about
all of these. The center of the South.
And it's like its own country in the center of the South.
The Old West.
I am from
like the Lone Ranger. It was like a Texas Ranger. He was a cat in the West. So it's
Midwest. I'm with Sean on that, I have to say. Okay.
Gina, who's here?
First, from Georgia, we have Mr. Rocky Cathy. He's a husband, father, grandfather, has owned several businesses and been recognized and received awards for management, sales, and marketing in several industries. You know what's funny, Sean? Your mom's calling me right now.
That's weird. That's strange.
Yes. And Rocky is the National Executive Director of Pearl Logic and found the perfect vehicle to achieve and fulfill his ideal life. Please, everyone, join me in welcoming Rocky Cathy to the Real Raw.
Rocky. Hey. Rocky, how are you?
I am marvelous. How are you, Sean?
Oh, what great energy. Now, Rocky?
Now, he sounds like he's from the South.
He's from the South. Rocky,
yes.
Is Texas in the north, the central, the south, the west, the east?
Texas is west.
Yes, Rocky's with me. Everybody always sides with Bella. Rocky, thank you.
Rocky.
Everybody always sides with Bella. Thank you.
It's west.
So, yeah, Rocky, what's a fun fact, my friend?
A fun fact is every day is a school day, and if I just get up, I'm going to learn something.
Ooh, I love that, Rocky. That's a beautiful thing. And Rocky, please, what is your mission in the world?
My mission for the world is to provide services that reduce cost for business owners. And by doing that, I'm helping not just the business bottom line, but all of their employees.
Nice. Well, Rocky,
so
thank you.
Social, it's across the board.
Oh, I like this, man. Rocky's got great energy. Rocky from Georgia's in the house. Gina, who else do we have?
Guys, can you possibly move to your left, Bella, so we can see Sean a little bit?
Right? This is
the
what
light of
this is what has been going on for days as you've been out, because the blind guy can't see, and she keeps turning the camera. She's like, "Oh no, you're on camera, Sean. You're right there, center."
It wasn't about we
Thank
were
you.
not dancing. It's the sunshine.
I am teasing. I'm teasing. So, G Money, who else is on? I'm kidding.
Next up, from right here from Passaic County, New Jersey, Jorge Morales is with us. He's an experienced senior assistant prosecutor with a demonstrated history in the law and a criminal law, trials, criminal investigation, civil litigation. He is a strong legal professional who went to PACE for criminal justice and police science. So please, everyone, join me in welcoming Jorge Morales.
Picking up on right now. It appears that all attorney offices look the exact same.
That is
There's just stuff everywhere.
Jorge. How are you?
Doing very well. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you for being here. What is your fun fact, Jorge?
Fun fact is I just love life, period. You know, get up every day with a purpose. My purpose is to deliver justice to victims of crimes. And I don't know, I saw your reach out to me through LinkedIn, and I'm always willing to learn how to sell something, particularly facts.
Yeah,
I'm always trying to sell facts to the juries, and
Yes.
And I don't know. I think that maybe this seminar will be able to help me a little bit better.
Oh, thank you, Jorge. And you know what, brother? I had the privilege of having being only one of two attorneys in America between 2014 and 16 with two top 100 national jury verdicts. Me and a guy from California. I was the only one that was blind. And I couldn't even think about influence 25 years ago when my journey started, literally in 1997. So thank you for being here. We're going to have some fun today. Jorge, appreciate you.
Cool.
Thank you. Gina, we have Jorge. Who else we got?
From St. George, Utah, American Association for Justice board member, partner, and co-founder of Swenson and Shelley, National Trial Lawyers Association in Trucking Top 10. Please, everyone, join me in welcoming Kevin Swenson to the Real World.
Kevin.
Whoa.
Kevin, I think we had a brief moment before and we had some technical difficulties. Is that
We
right?
did. Yeah, I was on last week. I could hear you guys, but you couldn't hear me. And I was in my car driving. So not a great setup.
Yeah.
Did you really remember that, or did someone tell you before the show?
I remember that.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's so impressive with his memory.
No, thank you. And Kevin, thank you for the work you do in the world. My uncle was lost in a truck accident. He was a medical doctor, retina surgeon, incredible human being here in New Jersey. May 22nd, 1998, he was rear-ended by a tractor trailer in about 3 miles from where we're sitting.
Wow.
As he pulled up behind one tractor trailer and another, and it was awful. So thank you for the work that you're doing in the world.
That's what we spend all of our time doing and trying to prevent that. So
yeah. Well, thank you, my friend. And what's your fun fact, Kevin?
I mentioned it before we got on, but I said I'm an old guy with little kids, and I have kids from age 35 to 2.
He's crazier than me. He's crazier than me. I have 22 to 8 months. So
Okay.
you are even a crazier man than I. So this is a beautiful moment. And what's your mission in the world, Kevin?
My mission is to help those that have been injured by others to not get screwed by the insurance companies.
I like this man. I like this man.
These are your people.
These are my peeps because while I have the Unblinded platform and own a number of companies, I have a 100-person law firm here, and we recover over $500 million from insurance companies on behalf of medical providers. So we fight insurance companies for a living as well. So thank you for the great work you do, Kevin.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Gina. We got Kevin. Who else we got?
From New Jersey, I'm not sure where, conscientious and committed real estate agent and investor. His experience in the construction industry equipped him with a strong sense of not only property conditions, but also potential repair costs. Please, everyone, join me in welcoming Matt Valencia to the Real Raw.
Matt, where are you coming from today?
Actually, I'm up in Jersey City.
Nice. The beautiful city of my birthplace, Margaret Hill Hospital, now Jersey City Medical Center. So, Matt, what's your fun fact?
I don't really have a fun fact, to be honest with you.
Matt, come on, brother. So maybe how about like the most embarrassing thing that ever happened? The thing we go, Matt, no way. Like there's no way that happened, Matt. Something about you we wouldn't expect.
Well, fun fact, I like snowboarding. I
That's
don't
fun.
know if that's,
Of course it's fun. So where do you like to go snowboarding?
Well, I've done it in a couple different places. I just took a trip to Vermont just recently. So,
Beautiful. What mountain,
I go
Matt?
all over though.
Where'd you go in
We went
Vermont?
all the way to like the peak. We were like borderline Canada. So yeah, it was crazy. It was icy up there.
Yeah, my son just got back from Vermont. We were in Jackson Hole, Wyoming last week. The week before, he's in Vermont with some friends. Tough life my kids have.
Yes.
Yes, right. And but he said Vermont was super icy. So congratulations on surviving Vermont during a non-snowy period. Matt, thank you for being here, brother. And what's your mission in life?
Just to help people as much as I can with all their real estate needs, whether it's buying or selling, and just to really kind of make that transition as smooth as possible for people, because I know it could be very challenging. So that's my mission at the moment. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that, Matt. G Money, are we up to the redhead?
Not yet. We got one more extraordinary gentleman today. That's the Men's Club from Gloucester, New Jersey. He's a trusted advisor.
It's
a growth
Gloucester.
strategist.
It's
Closer.
closer.
Sorry.
Gina, come on now. Come on, Gina. No. Okay.
Hey, I'm from down, I'm from mid Jersey. I don't even know where Closter is, but we are
It's in
glad
Bergen County, New Jersey's best county, Gina. Come on now.
Bergen County. Hey, come on now. I was born in Bergen County. Don't forget Margaret Haig as well. That's my fun fact. That's my claim to fame with you, Sean Callaghan. I was born in the same hospital as you.
That is true. That's very true.
So Larry is a trusted advisor, growth strategist. He tells the CEOs the hard truth that no one else will, and he's the enemy of the status quo. His quote is, "Growth is our goal." Please, everyone join me in welcoming Larry Raines to The Real Raw.
Larry, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much. Great pleasure to be here today.
Pleasure. And what's your fun fact, Larry?
So I'm gonna grab from John Madden because he passed last week and he's a legend of legends.
Wow, I didn't know he passed.
He's he had three things in life that he would say. He said, number one, be on time. Number two, listen while you're spoken to, and go out and play your hearts out. And that's something I like to share with all my clients, with my business owners that I deal with. It's really a simple thing to do. We should do it every day, all of us, right?
Beautiful, Larry. I love this guy. And what is your mission in the world? Consistent with that, I presume, to make beautiful things happen for people.
It's exactly what it is. I help business owners. I also am active in the community, ran for the Board of Ed, lost by 1 vote, sadly. But I'm there to help people, and I want to see people do better. So
I've had the privilege, Larry, of actually coaching some of your fine Closter youth in elite travel baseball, including Jake Denner, who is pitching in Michigan as a Wolverine right now, and a number of other kids that are in college currently. Anthony Rota, Luca Poliandro, Travis Byrne, just awesome kids. I've known them since they're 11 years old, and they became great friends with my son, and we traveled all over the country together. Love the town of Closter. It's a wonderful community, and thank you for being here today, Larry.
it's a pleasure. I do want to add one thing. I like Kevin and like yourself, 34-year-old down to a 10-year-old.
Whoa!
Wow!
Any in their like early 20s or no?
No, 34, 32, and then 12, 10.
Nice. So big jump, big gap there. So this is amazing. I don't feel as weird. So listen, and
You're still pretty weird.
I am still pretty weird. So Tony Robbins, who I have the privilege of, I'll say what he said, that he called me his dear friend. So I don't drop names of celebrities unless they say I'm their friend first publicly, and he did. Tony is 61, about to be 62, and Tony has a 10-month-old. So I think he takes the cake for all of us at the party.
There you go.
Would you agree?
I think so.
Yeah. So unless, of course, Larry's going to go for round 3 in like another 2 years.
Shots closed.
That's awesome, brother. So Gina, we have this woman sitting next to me who is my co-host, a genius, heart-centered magician in the space of Integris influence, not just influence, because we're not pitching, hooking, closing around these parts. This woman started selling crafts on her front lawn as an 8-year-old. 8, she was selling stuff. 19 years old, became a 7-figure earner in the space of network marketing and progressed from there at the ripe old age of 24. She had more sales careers by 24 than I think I've had sales careers in my entire life. At 24, became the #1 business broker in the state of Nevada. #1, youngest woman ever to do it. First woman ever to do it, youngest person ever to do it. And now she's the co-host of Real Raw, speaking on stages everywhere, including with the amazing Lee Steinberg, the actual Jerry Maguire. And we're going to be speaking at his Super Bowl party on the day before the Super Bowl out in LA. The one, the only, Bella Verita. Let's go to Bella. Besides the fact that you're heart-centered, but yet you love to steal the camera and shove it away from me. What is your fun fact, Bella?
But Sean, that's not my fault that cameras love me.
That's true. So
they're just attracted to me. I think it happens. You always say I have gravitational pull. It happens with the cameras too. Yeah. It's not my fault.
Gina, it would have nothing to do with her hand shifting. But okay. So what is your fun fact?
I think since we're, have some talking sports today, I'll go with the fun fact that I have learned to surf and ski from a blind man that I can out wrestle.
Say that one more time.
I learned to surf and ski from a blind man that I can out wrestle.
I thought I taught you to surf and ski.
You are a blind man.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, but the wrestling part, that's crazy.
Yes.
Okay. So amazing.
Out wrestled.
Yeah. On Necker Island.
I am the champion.
On Necker Island, under protest, under unique and crazy circumstances. It's a much longer story.
But you still lost.
That's true. Yes. So yes. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. And we're going to get rocking this thing. Gina, we love you. Welcome back. Thank you from the multiverse. Have a beautiful day, G Money.
Thank you. Have fun, everyone. Ciao for now.
Okay, so who's going first?
Let's go with
Rocky. Are you ready to go first?
Rocky, you're on mute.
Now I'm ready.
Nice. Okay, so Rocky, here's what we do. We're playing the superpower of influence. We had a little fun, all excited. But influence truly controls our money, our time, and our magic. It creates relationships that are required for business life, all the things, our marketing, our selling, our leading, our managing, our recruiting, our fundraising, for-profit, not-for-profit. All of it is controlled by the superpower of influence, where we apply it, and how we emotionally get ourselves to use it. That's what we're playing here with. Not Grant Cardone, pitching, hooking, closing, like taking, overpowering, heart-centered, connecting, Integris, value transference, mutually. That's the party. Bella will be anybody that you want her to be. That will be a relevant yes for you. She could be an ideal client. She could be any yes that you'd be liking to seek. So Rocky, who would you like Bella to be?
I would like for Bella to be Coach Nick Saban at the University of Alabama.
Ooh, Coach Saban. Coach Bella Saban. Take us in at the University of Alabama. Roll Tide, roll.
Roll Tide. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. How are you, Coach?
I am wonderful. Who is this?
This is Rocky Cathy.
Hello, Rocky. What can I do for you?
I wanted to speak to you for a few minutes about all of your employees and your employee benefit program. I understand that you have about 600 on your employee benefit program there in your athletic department.
That is correct.
And the primary focus of the conversation will be cost reduction for your employee benefit program. Okay. Where we will show you an average of $75 to $100 plus per employee per month savings without having to reduce coverage or increase employee premiums, co-pays, or deductibles. Would you be interested in spending about 20 minutes with me and let me show you that?
That sounds interesting. Now I'll be honest, I get kind of these things pitched all the time. What is it that would make yours different or working with you different? Because, people are always wanting to come in here and save me money and these kinds of things.
Sure, I understand that. Let me start out with this. We do not sell any health insurance. We do not sell any supplemental coverages or anything in that area. We don't sell it. We don't recommend it. We're going to work with your existing program. We're just going to disclose to you the 5 primary cost drivers for your benefit program, and we're going to show you exactly how we implement savings for each of those areas, which will add to your bottom line. We're 100% performance-based, meaning if we don't show you savings, we don't charge a penny.
Interesting. That sounds very interesting, Rocky. I would like to learn more about that.
Good. I'd love to come to Tuscaloosa. I've been there a lot of times in my lifetime. What's your schedule look like? Do you have your day timer there?
Yes, I do.
All right. How about, are you open next Thursday after lunch?
Let's
Central
do it,
Time?
Rocky.
Pardon?
Great job.
Great job.
Oh, yay. Okay.
The tide was not rolling against your Georgia Bulldogs, my friend.
Oh, I know. I'm in a place where everybody in my family is Georgia, and I'm just a plain Jane old roll tider.
That's it. So, yes, great job, Rocky.
What exactly is a roll tider?
It's the Alabama, the name of them. Like there's the Columbia Lions, right? They are the Alabama Crimson Tide. That's the name of Alabama's football or sports programs, Crimson Tide.
Got it.
So there's a saying, it's like roll, tide, roll. But that's what
it's tied like a wave. So like a red wave?
Yeah, I guess so. Red,
Okay.
It is. You're on it. It's a red wave. That's one way to look at it. And then the mascot is an elephant, a tidewater elephant.
Yeah, a lot of weird stuff. Like,
yeah.
So I played baseball in the Ivy League for Columbia. We were the Lions. We played the Dartmouth Big Green. We played Brown. That literally was just like brown, and they did have a bear, but they were like just brown. Like that's their thing. There's no bear in their hat, whatever. We played the Harvard Crimson, much like the Crimson Tide.
Right.
They all like, so these were colors. It was very, very strange. So Cornell was the big red. So half of the Ivy League has no actual mascot, and they like added a mascot after the fact.
Interesting.
So, very strange. Okay. So who is who's up now?
So next we have Jorge.
Jorge, who would you, I think, again, for being here, Jorge, and who would you like Bella to be?
Okay. Well, let's see, Bella. Can you be the unknown witness to homicide?
Wow.
You're witness to a homicide in the inner city who called 911, and describe what was going on and the entire crime, but who's terrified to come forward and provide an official statement.
Oh, I love Jorge's digging in. Let's go. Take us in, witness Bella.
Yes. Hello, this is Bella.
Bella, how are you? This is Assistant Prosecutor Jorge Morales. I'm calling you because my understanding is that you were a witness to a terrible event just last week. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Now, Bella, my understanding is that during the 9/11 call, you provided key information that is going to be really important in order for us to be able to resolve this crime. However, unless you're willing to officially come on record and provide an official statement, it will make it very difficult for us to solve this crime, to try to help answer some questions for the victim. I know that you're scared, and I just wanted to know what it is that we can do to help you decide to come forward and provide an official statement.
Yeah, I mean, I am definitely nervous. I don't know if they saw me, and I am afraid, if I do come in and I give a statement and then, maybe they don't go to jail, or, something that's happened and they know who I am. And then what if they come after me or my family like that? I don't want to put my family in jeopardy.
I see, Bella. Well, let me start by telling you this, and I'm going to be very straight with you, okay? Eventually, your name will come out. You will be, if you have to go to trial, you will have to testify. We're going to protect your information as far as your address and all that. We can relocate you. within the state of New Jersey. We can provide protection. I can tell you that I have been doing this for about 20 years and I have yet to lost a witness, thank God. I cannot promise you, and I'm not gonna, I'm gonna be honest with you. I cannot promise you that this person will go to jail or that these people that you saw do this horrible thing will go to jail, because I cannot promise you what a jury is going to do or whether or not they're going to plead guilty. But I can tell you that I'm pretty good at what I do, and more likely than not, if these people are responsible for this terrible crime, they will go to jail, and they will go to jail for a very long time.
And you can, like, I don't want any of their people coming after me or my family. So if you know, there's threats or stuff starts happening, and
Who are you talking to?
like, there sounds like very scary people here.
Those are my detectives at your door.
Great job, Jorge. Great job.
Great work, Jorge. And again, appreciate you being here and all that you're doing to keep people safe. You know, Jorge is coming from Passaic County, and that's no joke. They deal with serious stuff there. So, Jorge, thank you for the work that you do in the world and for taking the time to be here today, man.
Thank you very much, Sean. Thank you very much, Bill.
Yeah, thank you. Great job. So let's see what the judges have to say.
Let's do that.
So yes, so judges will have a little bit of fun with this. So you're going to give 30 seconds of feedback to each of our outstanding participants here. And it's going to be 15 seconds of what worked, 15 seconds of what could be optimized, and then a score on a scale of 1 to 10. A 1 is you would jump out of the 5th floor window of our Matt Cali building before you want to continue the conversation. A 5 is you might like stroll 300 yards over to Paramus Park and grab an Aunt Annie's pretzel for 15 minutes, maybe do that. And a 10 is you would literally fly halfway across the world to have a meeting with this person, and you pay for it on a private jet. That would be a 10. So please, Bella, take us in.
So let's start with Larry. Larry, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Jorge?
Jorge, you were compelling. You were extremely compelling, and you projected sincerity. You projected honesty. You brought to them some confidence and feeling to what needed to be done. Also, as well, in my mind, is you were serving the greater good. So it felt good. The way you presented yourself felt actually comforting, and I would give you an 8-9 for sure.
Nice.
So he would fly halfway across the world to have an Annie and pretzel.
And maybe pick up the PJ, but not the gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, like something like that. Yeah. Larry, I love your congruence, your energy, brother. Excellent. And
Larry, your feedback for Rocky.
Rocky did a straight value proposition. So he was compelling in that he came right at it and he said, I'm going to save you money. I know he has knowledge of what was going on. So he came to you with some great research. So you don't want to hang up the phone on someone who says, okay, he knows exactly what I'm going through. So I thought that was wonderful. And then he pushed you on the value proposition to get you to close the deal, to get the time, which you did really well. And I give the same to him, the same way there.
Thank you, Larry. Beautiful job, brother. Yes.
So let's go with Matt. Your feedback for Rocky.
Yeah, kind of similar to what Larry said. I mean, he got straight to the point in terms of like the value he was providing and what he could save for the business essentially. So I thought that was pretty good. So yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting.
And your score for Rocky?
For Rocky, I would say like an 8. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Touchdown. Okay.
Boom. And what'd you have for Jorge, Matt?
For Jorge, I did kind of like how he brought the reality into the situation where like, hey, like if you get on the stand, your name is going to come out eventually. I feel like if I was a victim in that situation, that would probably be a fear, but bringing that reality of thinking of what I'm not thinking of really kind of help it give like a personable approach to it in the sense of like, oh, well, he's thinking about what I'm not thinking about. So let me listen to him and kind of builds a rapport and makes you more trustworthy in my opinion. So that's what I got from that one. And I'll give him a 9, I would say. Yeah.
Nice.
Excellent job. Thank you for that, Matt.
And Kevin, let's go your feedback for Jorge first.
All right, for Jorge, man, what a tough job to make that sell. I thought that was a really tough issue. I liked how direct he was. I liked how he addressed her concerns, right away, like, hey, I know this can make you nervous. Listen to what was going on and then address those. I didn't have any criticism. I'd give him an 8 or a 9.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how about for Rocky, please, Kevin?
For Rocky, well, the first thing is I just felt like he was talking to the wrong person. Why would Nick Saban care about that? But that's okay. I thought he jumped into what he was doing too quick. There was no rapport building, no anything to connect them. It was just, hey, here's my sale. It felt a little too hard on the sell. He was confident. He knew what he was doing and where he was going with it. But I think he needed a little more rapport there. I'd give him a 7 or an 8.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Well, thank you, Kevin.
Perfect.
Okay. So now, Kevin, guess what's about to happen to me?
Well, I don't have any idea.
Yeah, this one.
This is when he starts crying and whining.
This
How many
one
tissues nearby?
is about to put me into an unbelievably uncomfortable situation, put me completely over my head in a situation in which I am totally uncomfortable, and she has no empathy whatsoever for it. Are you like a narcissistic personality disorder human being that you have to do these torturous things to me every day?
Yes, 100%. Just in certain circumstances, though.
Perfect.
And this is it's just for. I think it's. I'm gonna go with it's entertainment narcissism.
Okay.
that's a new
yes.
thing. Entertainment narcissism.
I can live with that. And since Kevin was the final judge to communicate, do you want to give Kevin the opportunity to do this torturous thing to me, and I'll step away and you figure this out?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Thank you.
So, Kevin, Rocky, Matt, Larry, and Jorge, what this looks like, and Kevin, I don't remember if you were around for the last time for this, but this is where we get to do a little bit of reverse role play. Like Rocky was on the hot seat, Jorge was on the hot seat. So we get to come up with a scenario that Sean goes from hello to yes on. And it can be any type of scenario. I always suggest something that is meaningful to you, because like we've done things where he has done political things. He's been presidents of other countries, convincing other presidents on why they shouldn't go to war. He's been President Biden convincing President Trump around vaccines, President Trump convincing President Biden around building walls. He is even, my personal favorite, had to convince a very conservative New Jersey attorney on why he should go to Burning Man. Jorge, would you go to Burning Man? Do you even know what Burning Man is?
Jorge would not go to Burning Man.
I don't think Jorge would go to Burning Man
I
either.
would not go either. So I'm rolling with Jorge.
Yes, but he had to go from hello to yes with that. So Kevin, any scenario that comes to mind for you that you would like to see Sean go from hello to yes, or would you like to pass that to somebody else for them to come up with a scenario?
I'll pass.
Okay. Who would you like to pass to?
I'll pass to Jorge.
Jorge, what should we see Sean go from hello to yes with?
I don't know.
I mean, this is a guy who has 2 top 100 national jury verdicts. This is a guy who has a $250,000 bet out with Grant Cardone.
Okay, I got it. Let me see. Political a little bit, but definitely relevant. Can he persuade Russia from backing off and leaving and perhaps reduce the amount of troops in the border with?
You're negotiating with Russia, my friend.
Jorge, I thought
Vladimir,
I thought we were friends. I thought we were compadres. What's happening here?
Try to persuade Vladimir that is not in his best interest to continue his deployment of troops over the border with Ukraine.
And would I be President Biden or would I be somebody else?
No, you are going to be the envoy from the Secretary of Defense for the United States.
Okay, so let's rock and roll this thing.
And then, Rocky, do you want to be the president of Russia that he is speaking to?
Would it be okay if I use a Southern accent?
Of course.
Okay, then I will be glad to be.
This will be the most fun President Putin conversation ever.
Yes.
With Rocky's beautiful Georgia presence. So, Mr. President, thank you for the opportunity to have a conversation with you. I understand that these are troubling and challenging times, and thank you for this brief conversation.
Well, you're welcome, and I'm on a very tight schedule, so could we move to the point?
Yes. Here's my point. What is your vision for Russia's place in the world?
My vision for Russia's place in the world is to be the most powerful in every area, economically, socially, medically, everything. So a power in the world.
Yeah, understood. And congratulations on your leadership, your power, and your presence. And I guess the question is, how do you see your own belief structure about life, people, humanity, the earth fitting into that vision? So you have this vision for Russia being this powerful. How does that fit into why you, sir, are leading this great nation of Russia?
I believe it's a desire to help the people of Russia, and the more that we can do to improve the life, every area of our society's livelihood, economics, will also flow throughout the whole world.
Understood. So, Mr. President, I am clear on your vision for Russia's ascension, acceleration. May I share for a moment a bit about who I am and what I am seeking here?
Please.
Yeah. So, as Secretary of Defense of the United States of America, my purpose in this conversation is to see if it makes sense to have a longer conversation. And at the end of the day, this is really like two cars speeding down the road playing chicken. It's like two kids in the playground, moving, looking, taunting, and commenting to each other. And at the end of the day, Mr. President, while I think the world perceives the United States at this point as being divided, sees President Biden, I believe quite inaccurately, as weaker and unprepared to stand in this space, we as a nation, this is a confidential conversation, have made the decision that we cannot stand by and have this dynamic of Russia moving piece by piece into the Ukraine. We look back, and I'm not comparing you directly as a person and your intent to Adolf Hitler, but Germany, and when Neville Chamberlain was standing off and having conversations with Hitler, and there was an appeasement in that situation for taking more territory in Europe, it led to the Second World War. That is what I believe. That is what President Biden believes. So I am not telling you that we will declare war if you continue to move aggressively into and through the Ukraine. But what I am saying is there will be repercussions, and I believe it would be intelligent for you to understand more about those repercussions with your team. But I do think if we had a 1-hour meeting with some of your top advisors and some other folks from our team in the United States, and truth be told, President Biden would also be very willing to participate, I believe we can come up with solutions that are better than the course we are currently on, that would satisfy your economic desires and that would satisfy our standing for our position in the world as well. So, Mr. President, if not, I understand, and you'll have to do what you do, and we'll have to do what we will do. Please, sir, though, do not decide whether or not to accept this meeting from the position that we will stand idly by. And we do believe that net for Russia, it would be a better outcome to have this meeting for sure. So, Mr. President, is that meeting sound acceptable to you, or will you be rejecting it? Bell? Did we lose Rocky, or did we lose me?
Looks like lost
Gone.
Rocky.
Oh,
Yeah.
we lost Rocky. Okay, so I will take that as a he's going to
He's
invade
back.
the Ukraine. No, so Rocky, can you hear me?
You're muted now, Rocky.
Oh.
He is muted.
There I go.
There you
Okay. Yeah, I apologize. They're doing some construction
No,
work
no
right
worries,
next
Rocky.
to me, and so I had a flutter there.
Yeah. So the final analysis, will you, President Putin, accept our meeting for a longer conversation or reject it?
Yes, I will do that. I believe that I believe in the power of mastermind groups. We have one here that would be pleased to meet with you and your group. Yes, for further discussions.
Well,
Yes.
Thank you for that, Mr. President. Out of roll,
Thank you.
Kevin, how do we do?
You did exceptionally well. And it's fun just to see you pulling that out with 30 seconds to prep and get that going. That's fun.
No, thank you,
But,
Kevin.
but you did extremely well. I mean, you got the information from him, what's important, and then addressed it. And I mean, some pretty crazy topics in a non-threatening way.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
I really appreciate it,
Yeah.
Kevin. Larry, how did that feel for you?
Very good. You created rapport to start, and then you went for the small yeses. You got enough information in your discovery, and then you got your yes.
No. Well, thank you, my friend. And Rocky, President Putin, great job. How did that feel for you?
I really enjoyed it. I think, I know you did a great job. You covered everything in a short period of time. You made a point. Yes, there's some touchy issues for you and I to discuss possible military action and consequences, but it was straightforward and I liked it a lot.
Thank you, my friend. Great job. How did that feel for you, Miss Bella?
I think you did all right.
Thank you.
I see.
Absolutely phenomenal. I can see why Jordan Belford and Grant Cardone will not take you up on a bet, because that's the thing. It's like a neutral set of facts. Like Sean never has any idea how he's going to go from hello to yes or what the subject is going to be. So great scenario, Jorge. I'm curious how that was for you.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I didn't want to put a precedent against a precedent because I wanted to see how Sean will take the position of being a David versus a Goliath and try to, persuade the Goliath in this case. So I like the fact that from the get-go you indicated to him that you, on the one hand, that you were willing to listen, that we're willing to listen. What is your vision for Russia? I think that it is important because you, from the get-go, gave him an opportunity to him to explain what it is that they want. You indicated who you're speaking in behalf of. Another thing that you, I believe, were very good in taking into consideration is the status in the world right now with whether or not there is credibility in our president, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And you got rid of that issue by saying, listen, we as a country can't let it happen. We cannot let this happen. Then you put it in perspective by references to historical events and facts that really gave the president an opportunity to think back and to pause. And then you indicated that we were willing to listen. We have a team of professionals that can get with you people, and maybe we can hatch out the details of what it is that is driving you, how we can satisfy your needs. And you open that opportunity for dialogue, for diplomacy, And I thought that was really wonderful. That was really good. And something that even a Goliath could not say no to because of your attitude, because of your perspective, because of your approach. I liked it. I really, really enjoyed the presentation. Thank you.
Jorge, thank you. And coming from a gentleman like yourself and what you are doing in the world and have done, it's greatly appreciated. Jorge, how was your time today with us on The Real Raw? How'd you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it very much. Thank you. I mean, it is great. I'm sorry about to put you in that little predicament before, but it's one that.
Oh no, Jorge, do not be sorry. That's what makes the show fun for me. So phenomenal job.
Yeah.
Don't be sorry at all.
Absolutely wonderful job, Jorge. And thank you so much for being here. Let's go, Kevin. Thank you again. How was your experience today, Kevin?
I think Kevin might have gotten a call or something.
Okay, let's go, Larry. How was your experience with us in The Real Raw today? I loved your articulation, your precision. You are clearly somebody who has a lot of context for the space of influence, Larry. How was your time with us?
It was fantastic. I was just fearing I would be like the person over her right shoulder in the background.
Oh, the skeleton.
Yeah, so I'm glad I survived it. I had a lot of fun. I really appreciated watching the different sales pitches and how they flowed.
Thank you. And thank you, Larry, from Closter, New Jersey, not far away. Love the town of Closter and all the guys there that I coach, just great people.
And Kevin's back.
And yeah, so I was going to say, Matt, how was your time with us here today, Matt? Thank you for the job that you did. How was it for you?
No, it was pretty interesting just to hear from the recent discussion with Russia. I thought that was pretty interesting. I thought it was pretty cool that you were pretty calm throughout the whole process instead of like, I'm gonna go guns blazes. So I thought that was pretty cool. But just to hear the different pitches and approaches to how everybody sells themselves, I think, or whatever their product is, I thought was pretty interesting. Just the insight for different approaches.
Thank you, Matt. You did a wonderful job, Matt. Thanks for being here. Kevin, again, thank you, Kevin. Thank you for your leadership, your impact in the world, and how was your experience today?
It was very good. It's fun to see some of these dynamics and see them in action. So that was fun.
Well, thank you for being here, Kevin. And again, appreciate your leadership and fighting the good fight. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Rocky, roll tide roll, got squashed a little bit by Georgia. Interesting that you're from Georgia rooting for Alabama. I mean, I want to know more about that someday. So, but Rocky, thank you. And how was your experience today? And wonderful President Putin.
Thank you, Sean, and everyone in the group. I enjoyed it. It's I think what it makes me think about is thinking outside a box. Okay, expand a little bit. The imagination comes into play, and I truly enjoyed it. It was absolutely fun.
Oh, thank you. And thanks again for the energy and playing President Putin. Final from my amazing co-host, the rock star of rock stars, and my boss. Yes.
Well, it's a hard job, but somebody's got to do it.
This is true.
And really, truly is an honor and a privilege. Phenomenal group of gentlemen here today. Great scenario, Jorge. I always like the tougher the better, because I like to see the talent that I know Sean is always capable of, and the more outrageous the scenario, the more that the talent comes out, because there is a talent from going from hello to yes, and there's a formula. There are 4 steps, 4 energies, and 12 indispensable elements. In fact, the team just dropped a gift from Sean and I in the chat, so you definitely want to download that, because so then you can kind of like learn his secrets a little bit, because Tony Robbins, whether you like him or not, did say that there is no one that leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callagy. And if you don't know what he's up to, you want to. And that guy's got a lot of influence. Like, he actually coaches presidents and stuff. So if Tony Robbins is saying that Sean's up to something, it might be worth checking out. So I would definitely download that guide. It's just a gift. Doesn't put you in a funnel, anything like that. It's just a gift to say thank you for being here.
Yeah. And by the way, this show was nowhere before Bella joined it. So thank you for all the things you do. More than 500 shows, more than 3,000 people on The Real Raw since COVID began. Thank you, Bella, for everything you do. Thank you, Kevin, Larry, Matt, Rocky, and Jorge. You guys did an outstanding job. I think we're mirroring the Little Rascals He-Man Woman Haters Club today with all men on here. I'm just kidding. You guys did a wonderful job. That's not normal either for us, but beautiful work. Really, truly appreciate you guys. And I do believe that we can solve big problems. But I am blind, and we're all blind.
And just learning to see.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.